A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to Global Online. And as you all know that we have already started the preparation for UGC NTA NET June 2024 cycle for your paper 1. And in these particular sessions, we are doing some important questions with respect to your recent topics. And in today's session, we have taken such one recent topic, that is integrating technology application in teaching for your unit Teaching Aptitude. Before we go ahead, a very important announcement for all those who are working hard for your June 2024 cycle with respect to your paper 1 for NTA UGC-NET. We are starting our new live batch on the app from 5th of Feb 24. So all those who want to join these batches and you are curious to know exactly how the things will be proceeded, stay tuned till the end of the video. At the end, I'll be helping you to understand what exactly you are supposed to do in order to join these batches, right? So let's start the session for the day. Here comes the first question. The question is about uh, the basic version of Zoom web meeting platform allows an online class to be conducted for how many minutes? This is the question, right? Now let's see what is the option given: 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and 60 minutes. Many of you will definitely answer very quickly, or you are aware about this, okay? But let's understand. First of all, what is Zoom? Zoom is nothing but, which is basically called as Zoom meetings. So we called it, or it is very well known as Zoom meetings, and we are very regular with this word thanks to pandemic. This is how we have survived. So it is nothing but a video telephony software program. So this is a software program which is developed by Zoom Video Communication, and it has a free plan. Now in this free plan, the meeting can be conducted, or it can be taken, that is, you can conduct a meeting or you can take an online class for how many minutes. So you have to tell the duration. So duration is 30, 40, 50, 60. Many of you must have definitely used this particular platform, and with a personalized account, you can conduct an online class or you can conduct a particular meeting that is for 40 minutes, right? So Zoom as a video telephony software program, which is developed by Zoom Video Communication in the year 2012. It was September 2012. If you want an accurate date, it's 10 September 2012, wherein you can take an online class or personalized meeting for the time duration of 40 minutes. If you want to upgrade more than 40 minutes, you have to go for a paid version of it. Now, you may also get a question. Now, they have been asking little bit details. So they may be coming up with a question is number of participants. So if you are conducting a online class with a personalized ID, that is a free, version. So you will be having 100 participants as the free plan, which allows you to take 100 participants. And if you want to increase the number of participants, again, that you want to go for is upgradation. So I hope it is very clear. So with respect to Zoom, whatever basic questions are important, those questions I have listed out. So Zoom, as I said, it is a video telephony software program. It helps, for a free plan with 100 participants and 40 minutes. If you want to go for a more, then you have to upgrade with a paid version. And it started in the year 10 September 2012 as the initial date, right? So the right answer for this is how much? It is 40 minutes, correct? Now, yes. Coming to question number 2, everyone. So now in question number 2, you have the content area. What they have given is they have given you match the following list 1 and list 2, wherein in list 1, they have given you the content area such as reading or language, mathematics, science, social studies. And in list 2, they have given you the integrating technology application. So how will you apply this if you're going with a reading language, if you're going with mathematics, if you're going with science, if you're going with social studies, how you will integrate it? So you have certain time, you have to quickly go through the concepts and make sure you're trying to match it properly. So if it is a reading language, or it is reading, what will help? A software program with respect to skills, simulation with respect to distance and times, then you have your graphic calculations, then you have simulations. So in case if if you want to understand, or maybe if you're not aware with the term simulation, it is nothing but it can be an act. Okay, it is an assumption which we do. So yes, rest of the points you can just check out and see. So now, like for example, see, maybe you're not aware of this integrating application, but mathematics, what we do, we definitely go with numbers. So which application do you feel can fall in numbers? Science, which we go with logic, we go with observations. Okay, scientific study. Social studies, where we talk about certain uh, maybe in the form of a certain events, certain places, certain uh, events which has occurred in past. So based on this, you can try to match the pair. So I think till now some students must have definitely matched the pair. So just see what is the right answer. So here, let's see reading and language art. So for this reading and language art, sorry, we have a software program to develop basic reading skills. So we have a software program which will help you to, develop the skills of language, which is very important. As you are all aware, there are certain examinations, which is a must in order to take you certain process out of the country, like visa process, or if you want to even if you want to teach in some particular foreign countries with respect to teaching, there are certain examinations which are compulsory, and such examinations where it is very important that you have to have these skills, reading basic skills, and for that there are various software programs. Then you have next is mathematics. So mathematics basically, as I said, it talks about calculations, it talks about it is helping you to illustrate the and to visualize the relationship. So yes, B is 3. Science, I told you, science is to make sure that you simulate to illustrate the complex relationship, where you logically or with the help of scientific and systematic study you can understand those. Coming to social study, it simulates to explore the distance, places and times. As I said you, it talks about the past events with respect to distance and, or you can say, time limit. So yes, so the right answer with this respect is option number B, right? Okay. Coming to the next question. Now see, the next question is very easy. But if you do not read the statements very correctly, it will land up into a problem. And before you read this statement, I'll just request every one of you, as I told this in the first class itself, now also I'm repeating. In between, I'll keep on repeating and giving you a reminder. Question number, like for students, who are finding it difficult, or students who definitely take RC very lightly, that is reading comprehension, it's for them. Every day, as I said, you have to read one comprehension. You can go with previous year question papers also. Most important thing is your reading habit gets improved, your vocabulary gets improved, and you try to read it. You have to read between the lines, understand the concepts, and it will help you to crack certain units also, like teaching aptitude, communication. These units, certain questions are very generalized, but if you do not understand their meaning, then it becomes difficult to crack them. One such question is this example. So we have two statements, statement 1 and statement 2, right? So statement 1 says that you can make the behaviors you teach more authentic by changing the irrelevant aspects or context of what you are teaching as often as possible and in many different ways as possible. Statement 2 says that to teach behavior that is authentic, your lessons need not present content in a way in which it will be used by your learners or on assessment, in subsequent grades, and in the world outside the classroom. So the statements are very easy, but in case if you are not able to get this, in a correct form, it will be very difficult for you. So let's see how it works out um, with respect to, you know, everyone understanding it properly or not. Let's see how it works out for everyone. Okay. I'm just giving time so that everyone can quickly read it and come to it. Okay, fine. Let's understand. Yes. So, talking about the statement. So, if you have understood the statement, so what the statement says that you make the behaviors you teach. It means that students to whom you teach, with that teaching you make the behavior authentic by giving certain context, certain I mean to say, by making sure that your teaching is in that direction. That is what your statement 1 says. And statements 2 says that in order to teach, I mean to say, the behavior, in order to understand is whether it is authentic or not, no need to have the content or assessment or grades, or rather than what is outside the classroom. So these are two contradictory statements. So you should understand what exactly impacts. So if you remember, very basic concept we have learned in teaching aptitude, that it is a responsibility of a teacher for modification of a behavior of a student, or you can say the overall development, or uh, making student a responsible social citizen. So if you match all these sentences, and you, for this you do not take a separate subject, you teach it whichever subject you are taking for the students, in those subjects itself, with the help of your content, with the help of your relevant examples, with the help of your teaching pedagogy, you try to inculcate these all in your students. So obviously this is a must, and it is a part of your lessons, or it is a part of your teaching skills. So if you see in this parameter, your statement 1 says that it is right, because your what you make the behaviors you teach, and definitely yes, it is ultimately your guidance, your counseling, your mentoring will definitely have that result. But it doesn't mean that your lessons or your content or your assessment, or it's not going to work out. It is definitely a part of this change behavior. So statement 2 stands to be completely incorrect. Is it clear? Okay. Coming to the next question. Now, next question is maybe a very new topic for you. So we will first understand it very well and then come to the answers. Okay. Which of these decision traps pertains to thinking and planning activities? Now, please try to understand here this question or the topic of decision trap. So, which can be a trap for you? Which can be a decision trap from the given options? And the options given are not keeping the records, overconfidence, plunging in, frame blindness, poor framework. Okay. But for this, you have to understand what exactly is decision trap. So I'll give you anytime. Have you heard it? What is decision trap? Okay, if you're not aware of this concept, I'll help you to understand. Okay, so basically, this was a it came up with certain scholars, who had done a remarkable work in order to understand or to study, analyze, do examination. Okay, try to understand the concept of decision trap with help of certain 10 decision traps. I mean to say, there are various, but these 10 decision traps are being taken out just to understand how the decision process can be impacted, or what can be the outcome. So now here they have given us, okay, that not keeping records, overconfidence, plunging in, frame blindness, or poor frame control. So out of these, what you think can be a decision trap? Okay, so if I talk about, okay, maybe you are not aware of these, so let me explain you this very well. Not keeping records is as simple as that. Overconfidence, you know very well. Now, what is this plunging in? So, like, for example, you begin collecting the data, gathering the data, and you come to a conclusion. You collect the data, okay, and you come to a conclusion without taking any efforts to explore, to understand the issue, to understand what exactly can be the consequences, outcomes. You just plunge in. Okay, if you try to do this, can you be in a decision trap? If yes or no, that's what we need to answer. Next is frame blindness. So if I talk about frame blindness, it occurs when you try to solve a problem, a wrong problem, without giving, any thought process. It means that the problem which you're solving is not actually a problem, but there is no thought process done. Okay, you have just, you have just conceptualized based on certain things, no facts. You have not looked for any options, and you just started on. So frame blindness, it means without any open area or open eyes, you have not done any thought process and you immediately started doing that. Okay, then you have this poor framework. Okay, you call it as a poor frame control, sorry. So where you are failing to define a situation in the best possible way or in the best possible form, and because of that there can be, there can be decision trap. Apart from that, there is something called as group failure. So maybe, your judgments or your involvement of smart people, or no, maybe some are not able to capture the thing. Because of that also, you are not able to come to, you are not able to take a decision. It's a decision trap. Short sighted, or like for example, using like unappropriate rules, trusting someone blindly, giving easy access to everyone. All these types of mistake can again bring you to decision trap. Okay, now overconfidence in judgment. See, overconfidence is to overcome is fine, but you're very much overconfidence in the judgment, it can again be a decision trap. Not keeping a track, it can, like for example, believing that everything you have, but you see, but you are not keeping the records they have given. But they have, they have not mentioned it very clearly that okay, it's not about keeping the record, it is not about keeping the track. It means there is no follow up. Record, it's fine, but maybe you have everything on the tip of the tongue, your follow up is properly. So if the statement is not keeping the track, can lead you to into decision trap. So from the given options right now, okay, plunging, okay, frame blindness and the poor frame control are the options which can really result into decision trap. And decision trap, it means where you are not capable of taking, of doing a proper analysis, examining the situation, and coming up with a decision, coming up with a solution to a problem, right? So something very different question in teaching aptitude, so you have to be very, very careful. Then coming into the next question is, arrange those instructional events for delivering the lesson to students in a sequential order from beginning to end. So like for example, informing the learner about objectives, eliciting desired behavior, gaining attention, presenting the content, providing feedback. If you remember, we have studied Gagne's hierarchy of learning. In that, some of them is a part of that, how you will start, what type of, first what you will do. You are delivering a lesson to a student, and from the beginning, what are from the given options, okay, well, will you tell them the objective first, or will you try to elicit the desired behavior, will you try to gain the attention, will you present the content, or will you provide the feedback? So what will come first? So this is, see, that's yesterday I told you Gagne's hierarchy of learning is a very important topic. Questions are coming out of that topic, and unexpected questions are coming. So you should be knowing the topic very well and the expected questions out of it. So yes, everyone, the right answer, even if basically a lesson has been taught to a student. So what sequence you will go with? Obviously, the first thing you will do is you will gain the attention of the students. Then you will tell them the objectives of today's session or the lesson which you are going to take. Then you will be presenting the content, that is the study material. Then if there is something which is disturbing the class, you will elicit the desired behavior, and then at the end you will go with the feedback. And that's how this sequence work. And these sequence are given in Gagne's hierarchy of learning. So if you see, there are instructions, and these instructions are a part of these questions. Is it clear? Okay. So yes, as I said at the start of the class, that from coming third, sorry, 5th Feb, we are starting the new batch live on the app. How to go with that? You can download the Google online app or with the help of Google Play Store. Register yourself with a registered mobile number, select the course. Once you are at the course, you'll get all the details with respect to the demo sessions, with respect to the detailed video lectures, with respect to lectures in English, Hindi, theory lectures, evaluation test, notes, mock test, MCQ lecture, all will be a part of this. And this is how you can go with the preparation in order to crack your June 2024 exam. That's all for the day, everyone. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next class. Have a good day ahead.